How does it be going in the hits house, everybody? This is Steve Potter here, and today I'm going to be doing a 17 guide in fighters, showing how to play 17. But let's get right into it and talk about some of 17's normals. So 17's normals, he has not the best range. So this is his first light. It's kind of a small jab. Comparison with Krillin, I'm pretty sure Krillin has a better jab than 17. His medium gives him a bit more range because he slides his legs in, so it's pretty good. An average medium, kind of reminds me of Goku's medium quite a bit. It's nothing special, but it's pretty good. He has his heavy, which is like a standard heavy. Everyone else is heavy. He dives in with his kick. His down heavy allows him to kind of move in a bit, but it also can whiff quite a lot. Unlike Goku, he shoves his body in because this also reminds me of Goku, Super Saiyan Goku. He can, like, see right here, I can miss, like, right in front of him, right there. And, like, I'm touching him at the end, so you just have to be pretty close by them. A little bit more than, like, people like Krillin, but not the best for diving in. Like, Vegeta, Super Saiyan Vegeta has a way better one, and it's more deceiving. Another one of his actual heavy normals is, he gets his own special heavy, which is a diagonal heavy, or a 3H, I'm pretty sure, and we're like diagonal forward heavy, and he slides forward. It's good for when he's doing his main stuff because it's an extra hit, but besides that, it's not that useful because you have to do a heavy after. So like Adult Gohan and Trunks, how there's this medium when they slide, I have to do either a heavy, a 2H, or down heavy, or I would have to go and use my little moveset right there, which is my I'll get into that later. Turning his jump light is same as his standing light. His jump medium, but got some good range on it. It's actually pretty good. His jump heavy isn't the best because his arms are small. It looks nice, but a lot of times I'll do it as someone super dashing and it will miss. And they'll go right through and hit me instead. So not the best coverage in the air. He does have a low light, which does hit low, and it's pretty fast, so it's very good. And his low medium now actually moves in. Before it would go the same length as the light, but now it actually moves in, which is incredibly good. Because before you wouldn't have, like, you would have to be like so close to them when you're hitting them, especially in the corner. If you want to hit a few lights and then do the medium would miss. You have to one light the medium, but now since he moves in, it's a lot more useful. And next, I guess talk his key blasters right here. I mean, his specials. It's not that bad. It does have a little kind of bit of control, and since he goes and says it can be deceiving when he's gonna stop. So it's actually a pretty solid key blast compared to some people. And in the air, I don't like it. I don't think it's a good one in the air because it can hit their feet and they can get recoveries. Because sometimes I would just barely tip their feet and I shoot a second one and they're already gone. See if I can do it. Nope. You have to be like really like, you have to just barely touch their feet. Bad times where it just barely touch their feet and then they recover out without the other key blasts hitting them. And then they can super dash through. So it's not the best, and the angle isn't the best either. If it was a bit farther in the angle, it would be a lot better. But it's not the worst air key blast. And then you have his auto combo. So first, his second actually light on the ground. It's like a knee, which does move in a little bit, like his medium. So that's good. And then the auto combo is actually really good. I love the auto combo. It's only 3 hits, but that's what kind of like deceives people, or get a little bit of deception in there, because when someone's jumping in the air, which is fighters, everyone's gonna be jumping in the air. I'm sorry. They'll, like a lot of people do, they'll jump in the air, especially in the corner, and they'll try to heavy on the ground, or maybe confused with the vanish after or block. And with this, there's only 3 hits. You do like twice, and the third hit, it will bounce around and it'll pivot. So if I'm in the corner and I'm doing it, I'll go pivot on the outside of the corner and hit him on the other side at the very last second. A lot of auto combos, like everyone's auto combo, they'll have a cross-up mechanic. So super good if you're in the corner, just do a, like auto combo to kind of get out and switch the corner on like someone. But his is super good because it happens really fast because his is only 3 hits. And he gets a good pivot in. So it is really good. And just overall, like, it's a good auto combo compared to some people. Not as good as Vegito or Bardock. 100% not Bardock. People like, can't really name Yamcha. But, like, it is better than, like, I would say Super Saiyan Goku. And Krillin and Tien. And, like, Ginyu. Well, Ginyu is actually not that bad. But, anyways, let's move into his normals. Acrobatic Assault. So this move is air performable. It is quarter circle forward or quarter circle back special. So if the back one just makes him go backwards, facing his back. The forward makes him go to his opponent's back. And you can do it in the air or on the ground. The point of it is to switch sides. It can be good if it is done within the corner. Within the corner. With the enemy. Let's say, like, I'm in the corner right now. I can kind of call an assist and back out and switch sides, which that's the really only use I can see it being. Otherwise, it's not that good of a move, because when you're doing it, you're very vulnerable. You can get down heavy from, like, doing this, because you can't stop doing it. The only way to stop is to either shoot a Ki Blast, you could super dash, or you could vanish. So to name all the, I'll try to name all the options. As you're doing this attack, you can attack in the air too, so you can hit, like, and you can do a jump attack like light. You can do medium if you want. You can do heavy, which is good, you know, crossing up. But this guy can down heavy you, so he'll get that, you know, since anti-air, you know, he's getting those invincibility frames on you. He's gonna beat you. So you're like, okay, maybe you could try to make him do it early and super dash. Well, then he'll just wait for you and see if you super dash or not. Or you can try to shoot a Ki Blast. Ki Blast is pretty safe, so now he can't down heavy you. Well, as he sees you doing this, why don't he just go and super dash right to you? The only option you have left is to vanish. So as you're doing this, if he just super dashes, he beats all of your options. He beats this option, he beats this option, he beats this option, because he's probably going to do it before you the second he sees it. And you just lost. You have to vanish now. And as you're vanishing, you will have to waste the bar. And you're just going to hit him away, and there's, like, no point in doing the move. Unless you want to raw dog him with a level 1 in the air, because he has an air OK level 1 or a level 3. Then it would beat him. Probably level 3, because he will vanish off of level 1. But it's still not a bad idea. And that's only really, like, it's not a very good move unless you have an assist coming and you can cross him up on the other side. That was actually a really good cross up. But stuff like that, it's something you would rarely use. It's not bad because I've used it once or twice, like every, like, 10 matches or so. But it's like, it's not a bad thing. It's like, just in case you need something to kind of really set them off, it is a very good move to use, but nothing you want to keep using. But now let's get to his Power Blitz attack / charge. So his Power Blitz charge or attack, it's a very good. It's very good. This is like his main kind of way of forcing pressure. So you do down special, he charges it, and then you do down special again, he'll use it. So it's actually a very good move. You always have to charge it, so I have to charge it again. And you can't actually use it in the air, but you can't charge it in the air. You have to, like, be on the ground to charge it, but you can shoot it in the air or on the ground, so it's air okay to use the attack. He shoots 2 trajectories, or projectiles, when he throws it. If you're on the ground, they're both going to go straight on the ground. And if you're in the air, we'll see one kind of curve to the ground, the other one kind of curves to the air. You only have to hit one of them to get this property that he's going to give you. The property he's going to give you when he hits it is a sliding knockdown, which is extremely powerful. Meaning that as this is charged, if you want to go off of vanish and get a sliding knockdown, he gets a sliding knockdown. Like that, off of vanish. So it is really good, and you mainly always want to try to get it charged just in case, like, you're in a situation where you don't want to use assists to kind of force pressure and get an air dragon rush. You kind of just do that, or you don't want a soft knockdown. You really want that slide, and you just make sure it's charged. And if you hit them with the charge, it gives them a kind of knock up property right there. Sure, you get like a knock up property. and it's actually really like before it wasn't. It was just a normal kind of like weird knock and like just a normal kind of stun. But I do like the knockup property because it gives time for assist to come and hit them. So it is very good, very good like that. And it's a good move. It also, before, you would have to go and wait for the whole you have to wait for the whole animation to finish to get the charge. But now I can just go, oh, that was the wrong one. Yeah, I can just go do it and spark, and I still get it. So I don't have to, you don't have to wait for, as long as you do it, there's no more waiting for the animation to finish. You just do it and you get it. If he came to hit me, for example, let's put it on counter attack, and if he were to hit me, oh, I have to make him block. My bad. For a counter attack, something like, okay, like that was terrible. I'm actually on heavy. So you were to hit me, for example, I still get it, even though he hit me after. So it is a very good, highly recommend. Always try to get that charge up. It's super easy to get up now. Before you have to wait for the animation, now you don't. So you can actually like do some stuff like this, and it works with vanishes now, which is great. But now I'm gonna move on to Accel driver / finisher, his main source of his meat, how he gets his damage in and his combos. So Accel driver and finisher. First, I'll be talking about the difference between the Accel driver and the finisher. So the Accel driver looks like this. The Accel finisher looks like this. So the Accel driver is the Accel. It comes in automatically as the first hit, and the finisher takes a step backwards. So the finisher is actually pretty good because you can use that step back to kind of get people who have really short range and miss them, make them whiff their attacks and hit them. But the main point of it is, so if I'm going to use the whole system, so I'm going to go through the whole system of Accel drive right now, just using it and smashing light, and I do that. If I were to go do finisher, it's the exact same thing, but I can skip a step with finisher. If I'm going in, see, I only did 3 hits, 1, 2, 3, compared to doing the whole 4 I did with Accel drive. What Accel finisher does, it lets you, as you step back, you can skip a step. You can skip this first palm hit. So I can go straight into a barrier, I can go straight into a side step, I can go straight into a low, I can go straight into the high if I want to. You can just skip a step, so it's actually very good for throwing your opponent off. Or you can just keep doing the normal step, or you can go straight to the middle, you can go straight into a fake out, anything you really want. So the main difference in Accel drive, you have to start with the palm, and you can do other stuff after, of course, but the Accel finisher lets you skip the palm and do something else. So you don't have to do the palm. But it does leave you open as you're kind of doing it. So if I kind of hit the guy, I'm like, okay, he's going to see me backstep, and if he's smashing, he's going to beat me. Unlike this, we'll go and, like, I'll beat him. But now there are different, like, you can start this off with light or medium or heavy for an EX. So the light one is pretty fast, very straightforward. The medium one actually goes a great distance. It's the same thing, goes a great distance, and I should mention that, like, of course, you're doing more damage with the medium ones. So if I'm going through the whole system here, and I go with the light, if I actually do the system but hitting medium, so I start with the light, then I hit mediums, I'm getting more damage in. I don't know why it's like that. It's kind of dumb in my opinion. So, but I mean, if you ever started off and you hit a medium, just like if you hit them, do medium, you gain more damage in. It's not like the combo, like it doesn't count as a combo strain. It does. So you might as well hit medium and gain more damage in. Anyways, the heavy or EX1 lets you go behind the guy. It's very, very interesting. It can be great for crossing up and mixing up the opponent, especially if you throw assists in there. And it's just really good. Another thing actually about that EX heavy drive, and not a lot of people know, if you do the EX heavy drive, so let's say I'm playing this guy Bardock, this guy knows about going behind him, so he's predicting that. So if I do the heavy finisher drive and I attack instead, I stay in front of you. So I can do something like, Right? He's like, okay, I'm really used to him going behind me now. It's gonna be nothing if he wants to go behind me. Like, okay. That can throw him off. I doubt it, but you never know. It could be throwing someone off, so it's good to try. But unless you since the finishing drive lets you attack like right away, you can stay right in front of him as you're doing the heavy one, which is really cool. Another thing, the medium, the heavy ones, if you hold the button, you can also like fake them out. You can do a feat, so you can do it from EX heavy, finisher, or Accel, and the medium, Accel or finisher. You can just hold it and then you'll fake them out, which is good because if I have like, I'm jumping around, I got Goku Black, I can do this, normal block chain, cross up, stuff like that. Going to finish off talking about the Accel and finishing driver, the first hit is the first hit of these are anti-air. So that palm strike is anti-air, not the middle punch, the palm strikes. Let me turn on super dash. So I'll hit him up. See that little blue circle? That means that it's anti-air. So I'll try to show it again. Ah, that was bad timing. The back ones are hard to do, especially the light. Chat. That one that one's super hard. Okay, I was gonna do heavier. It didn't show it, but it is. I'll show the medium one because the medium one is. See that little blue circle? Show the other finisher drive for the medium. Blue circle. So I'll try to show the light finisher drive again. The light one, the light finisher drive is super hard to hit. There we go. The heavy ones are also. See, you saw the blue circle, and I'll show the loud finisher drive heavy or EX. It's just super hard to hit the light one. So if you want to get that anti-air, you see someone jumping a lot, do the medium one because the medium one will always hit them. Sometimes I'll do the finisher drive to kind of move in, and then I'll switch to the medium one as I see them super dashing because they think I'm vulnerable, and I'll pick them up with the palm strike because it's anti-air. But it's hard to hit the light ones, so I would say use the medium ones. And the EX or heavy ones are kind of dumb to use because you'll go behind the guy, so you'll cross them up, but you're not going to hit the anti-air. You're most likely never going to hit it. But going on to this next hit, the second gear. So that's his middle strike. So you can do these by pressing light or medium. Like I was talking about earlier, if you do the medium one, you do more damage than the light. And I would just be showing these examples with the Accel driver because they're both finisher and driver and Accel are basically the same thing. Besides the fact that finisher lets you skip a step. But so top gear, you press light or medium after, you do a middle hit. That's all it is, it's just a middle hit. Nothing special. Just normal middle hit. Medium gets more damage right there. It's normal middle hit. So next we'll go into the top driver. Actually no, that was top driver, my bad. That was top driver. I'll go into second drive. That was top gear. I'll go into second gear. I don't know why they call the other one the top gear and this second gear, because this one should be called top gear because this one's actually an overhead. So if you press light or medium forward, you will do an overhead attack. This one should be named top gear. I think they confused it. So this is called second gear, and how this one works is it's an overhead. You can be vanished through at that point. So you gotta be like if they're blocking, I'm pretty sure they can try to vanish you. Really depends. I have seen like a few random vanishes through, but I don't know. You can be reflected 100% sure. And you can actually like before you would be able to get down heavy, you can no longer be down heavy, but you still can be hit. So if they're blocking it, people like Bardock can just hit you out of it, pick you out of the air, and you're still getting hit. See? Even if I do the whole other mix, he's hitting me. So you got to be really careful for that. Mind who you're fighting. So people like Bardock, he'll pick you out. People like Krillin, Gotenks, they won't really hit you. Yamcha, he'll probably hit you. Goku, maybe. Vegeta, probably not. But Bardock, 100% sure. Every time I verse a Bardock, they pick me right out of the air. So you want to cover it with an assist while you're doing the attack. At least the overhead part. So that's always thing to note. Like, it's good to have, but it's just so vulnerable. But next, I'm talking about the next part, the low gear. Low gear is very, it's low. It's down, L or medium, it's low hit. It's not that bad, very good. I mean, why wouldn't it be? It's a free low hit. Doesn't really do anything particular besides hit them low. There's no weakness to it, there's no vulnerability, it's just the overhead. But, I mean, yeah, it's not that bad. Next, I'll talk about his fake out. His fake out is back and light or medium. I should also mention that when you're doing these light and mediums, they do have more range. So if I'm doing this, I'll move more forward than the light one. Let's say the overhead, right? That moves all the way over there compared to like the light one. But the fake out, basically, it's back, light or medium, it's a fake out. This you do need and highly recommend a save, because he does have some recovery time. And before I can hit, so let's say I see like to go back to the standard, because like it's good to use this in the corner to force somebody to like respect your starting block string, to restart your whole entire block string. But the issue that like you're still vulnerable. Like I said, you can get picked out of the air from overheads. You can get attacked by anybody in this form. So if they're not respecting you, then you're kind of screwed. Call an assist to kind of cover yourself a bit, so you can actually be able to hit, like, restart. Because this is good to restart the block string and go back to like whatever you were doing before. So that's super good to use for that. But you got to be really careful because anyone can attack you at that point. So you want to make sure an assist is there, or you can use it to kind of fake them out and continue doing the Accel driver or finisher driver, which is also an option, but I like to kind of use it to restart the block string entirely, because I think that's probably the best choice. Next, I'll talk about his reverse gear. Next, this is a reverse gear. So, if you press special or heavy, so you do the EX version of the reverse gear if you do heavy, how it works is it absorbs an attack, like 18. But he also, if he gets attacked during when he does it, he shoots a, if you press the same button again, then he'll press a, he'll do like a blast, an energy kind of blast from his hand. Like that. So I can choose to absorb the hit, or I can do a blast, and I can go and combo him right after. So it's very good, but the difference between these two is, one, the normal one's slower than the EX one. The EX one's a lot faster. I don't know why it's not coming out. There we go. Normal, there's a normal special one, heavy, EX1. EX1 comes out faster. And the EX1, if you press the button, you can do it before someone actually attacks you. So I don't have to wait for Bart to attack me. I can just shoot it, but the normal one, I have to let him attack me first. Which is good because of, like, you want to use it because someone's going to rush you. And they notice, and then they might come and grab you. You just do the X1, they can't grab you because if they can't risk it, they blast them. You get a free combo in now, right? So you're in a free combo, so hey, there's nothing they can do now, really. It's a very good kind of bait someone in, or you know what they're gonna do. You use it, especially with the finishing driver, because it lets you skip to it right away instead of the Accel driver. Accel driver can be good if you know someone who wants to come and just overhead you, and you just do that because they want to go and attack you as soon as you're gonna overhead them. It could be a nice bait. And this is actually his assist. His assist is it. It's like the EX one. And if he does the barrier first, which absorbs a few attacks, then he hits you with a stun, which is very good because then you can kind of start a combo. Right? You can kind of do it. You got hit. I can even combo it. Bam. Do whatever the hell I want. If we don't actually hit them, he shoots it, stuns you, and then they get knocked back. Which you can use that instead to kind of get a super dash in to bring them in the corner and just pressure them like that. Stuff like that. So that's also very good. It's not something you'd want to pick him for as an assist. I highly wouldn't recommend it because the combo use is mainly for like defense and has to be pretty close by because he won't hit you from places like this. So and in combos, it's kind of very difficult to use when it comes to doing his combos. See, like I'm missing it a lot. It's so weirdly timed. See, like there I got it. See, that even touched him and it didn't happen. So, wouldn't recommend using it for combos. But next we'll go into his next thing that you can do. Well, actually, like the next thing is something we already talked about. He can do his acrobatic assault within his driver system. And all you do, instead of doing the quarter circle forward or back, you just press left or right special and you'll do it. He'll switch sides, which is actually pretty nice if someone's blocking. You can use the assist there and then use it, which is a lot more preferable than just normally using it. And you can do his Blitz charge, but instead of down special, you just press down special and you'll charge it. And if you do the same thing, you can use it. That's really all there is to it.